in life. Guys, I have been a thorn in a lot of people's asses for the last 6 years in this space. There's a lot of people that tried to launch a project, bought into a project that I completely exposed and dismantled. And they wait for me to make the simplest mistake so that they can fund me, so that they can go and talk shit about me, try to break up my community, try to rug me, whatever it is. Most of these people also have no integrity. They have no originality. Right now in my space, scared to show their face, stealing everything that I'm saying so they can repeat it in their space later. Regurgitating the information that I put out there based off of my experience, based off of my knowledge, based off of what I've been through and things of that nature. So, again, guys, I tell you, when it comes to this space, make sure that you're not getting misguided. You're not getting fucking tricked. Alpha. I want to tell you guys about Alpha. I've seen a lot of y'all paying for subscriptions. Some of you idiots even paying $100, $200 for subscriptions that are Alpha subscriptions. I've seen screenshots. I've seen screen recordings. I've seen y'all pay $10, $15, $5, whatever, for influencer subscriptions. I have seen that influencers say, whether it's on Spaces or whether it's on the timeline, that they call the token at a certain price and their community's eating and their people are making money and all this crazy stuff. And I look at the screen recording and I look at the screenshot. And I want to make it clear, fam. If anyone in my group chats copies and pastes a contract of a token and that token ends up pumping, that is not my call. That is not a call. So when someone goes in your Discord or your Telegram and scans a contract address, you cannot go back as an alpha caller and say, I called it at 9 a.m. or it was called by the best community at 9 a.m. If somebody goes and shares a contract address in your Discord or Telegram or Twitter group chat, not scans, just shares it, and then 8 people say, I saw that, I don't like it, it's a scam, blah, 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 and 99% of your chat didn't even see it. You cannot, as an influencer, go and say it was called by you, your alpha group, your team, or none of that bullshit. That is not alpha. Alpha is calling a contract address when it's at its actual market cap, telling people it is at this market cap at this time on this day. Here's the CA. I'm buying in. I'm aping this. I'm going to be looking to exit at this price. That is alpha, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't want to say when you're looking to exit, make sure you let them know when to exit. Because when it goes up and you're telling people to hold the whole entire time, and then once it goes down, you tell people, well, I told you to DYOR, I told you to DCA, I told you guys to exit, and you didn't, you must be held accountable. Ladies and gentlemen, that is fucking how alpha should work. So if you're out here salami washing anybody on this app, and they're not calling alpha that way, they ain't a fucking alpha caller, fam. They ain't. They shouldn't be named an alpha caller. They shouldn't be referred to as an alpha caller. And they most definitely should not be charging shit for subscriptions. You are getting scammed. The more contracts that get called, it's another thing that I saw with alpha callers. There are alpha callers that scam or call every single motherfucking contract that launches. And they only pick the ones that pump to advertise on the Twitter. I can go right now and call every token that launches as well. That does not mean anybody's getting into the token. If you are doing that, you are a motherfucking scammer. You just call 35 tokens. Out of those 35, once we all got into late and lost money, but you're acting like you called it when it was at 1 million market cap and not telling the truth that everyone in your community got in at 50 million market cap. That is not an alpha caller, ladies and gentlemen. That is a con artist. That is a scammer. Are you all following what I am saying? Are you guys all understanding this a little better? Because a lot of y'all are getting scammed. I have so many DMs of people that I sent $500 in Trump tokens to already lost it. Buying tops, leaving this space, going into another one and getting wrecked and getting destroyed. And please do not shield these people in my group chats. Do not shield anybody in my group chats. Do not shield any influencers, any tweets, any spaces. I don't care what they say. You see someone talking shit about me? Tell them to come on my space. Don't even tell me they're talking shit. I don't care. I'm on this app 24/7. Anyone got something to say? I want all the smoke. Come on stage. I don't block nobody. Should I still follow? And my enemies follow me, and I follow them. Some of them are so clout thirsty. They talk all this shit about me, and they're happy. No, they still follow me. They didn't even unfollow me. If y'all haven't learned over the last 48 hours how dirty this space is and how dirty it operates, and I hope you start learning real fucking quick, or you're just gonna drown, ladies and gentlemen. You're just gonna drown. The reason I tell you guys all this is to switch you from being beginners into being, amateurs, to leveling up in this space, being better in this space, guys, being better in this. This space is so damn easy when you know what you're doing and you do the right thing. It's so easy. When you know how to operate, when you know what to buy, what to sell, when you know what influencers to ignore, when you know what influencers are LARPing about every single thing that they say, when you know what influencers are just farming you for engagement, and your account's shrinking and you're getting shadow banned. Some of y'all losing your accounts because you're getting farmed so hard by these influencers, and you don't even know it. Yo, me personally, I keep getting wrecked. So I'm gonna put a group together, build my own community. I did this. This is what I did. I put a group together, built my own community. We started reporting every single one of those influencers' accounts, no matter how many followers they got. Enough of us do it, their accounts disabled. They can't scam nobody no more. They get demonetized. They get thrown out this bitch. Every single one of y'all get wrecked by influencers, report the fuck out of them. The ones that are scamming, the ones that are saying I called it at 1 million, when they really called it at 20, when you bought in at 18 and it went down back to 800K and you lost your money. The ones that told you not to sell Trump, to hold on, it's going to 10 trillion market cap, ladies and gentlemen. They got you motherfucking wrecked. They got you wrecked, man. They got you wrecked. And then they went on the timeline and said they called it and told everyone what to sell after the fact. The ones that told you to buy a certain token and then the next day pretended they never knew that that token existed. They have no inside info. No inside info at all. Y'all gotta really, really, really understand this space on another level to push forward. And I'm trying to give you guys that understanding. And a lot of people are not understanding me. A lot of people are not getting what I have to say and why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because I'm looking at my group chats and all day motherfuckers is getting wrecked. I'm looking at my group chats and these influencers are subscribed to me from alt accounts and shilling themselves. And retards are falling for it. Once again, I'll repeat myself. You shill an influencer in those group chats, I'm banning you. Give a fuck about your subscription. And any of y'all, if you see someone showing another influencer, tweets, spaces, anything like that, let me know. And make sure you shit on that person and you hit them with facts. Slick Rick was popping, baby.
Yo, I'm gonna make it quicker. I'm about to go get this money in the gym. It's program time, right? Well, I've been listening. I've been in the space for a while. I pretty much know what's going on in the space. Some things that really good friends of mine personally. I talk to them. I'm not on the phone. And one thing about it, right? The real will always be real, and the fake will always be fake. So it is what it is, right? You have leadership qualities. There's a lot of people that want to be chiefs, but they're made to be an idiot. You know what I mean? And that's not to down talk nobody or say that the leader's better than the Indians.
Sorry, I was on my phone on I was streaming from my phone because my computer was lagging, and then I switched back over to my computer because I'm in the spaces hoping to talk.
Position to keep on pushing and creating more, kind of like what you're doing right now, right?
I know I've been saying it, but can anyone make clips for TikTok? This needs to be a priority. I want to put marketing between TikTok and Reddit.
And I know the girl you're talking about, all that good stuff, which is neither here nor there. But I created a path on my own for these reasons, right? To find good people, solid individuals that stand on business principles, morals, and standards. And it's just like gang banging, right? When you get the more numbers you have, the tougher it is to control the program, because you've always got people that are jealous. They're like, well, why is this doing this? You know what I mean? Well, why is this person being able to tell me this? You know what I mean? So you got to understand, the worst thing that can happen amongst groups, individuals, organizations is gossip, individualism, and favoritism. When you have those three things, it's cancer, because then you start pitting people against people, and you cause internal confrontation, and it separates from within, and it's divide and conquer, right? So, putting people on the same level, putting people on the same playing field, educating them, guiding them, making them sure that they stand on principles, morals, and standards, putting them in position to be on the same playing field like what you're doing right now, highly respectable, brother. My boy Soul Saver said, you're one of the good dudes to him. And whatever my boy Soul Saver, I love that dude. He's solid as fuck. Never done me dirty. Been following him for over a year now. You know what I mean? Rocking with him for a minute. Sasquatch, my grandpa just died on Monday, bro. He held spaces for me. You know what I mean? Stood on business. That don't worry, Rick, I got you. And that's the way we rock around this bitch. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that, bro. I know a lot of people are going to say shit, maybe talk behind your back, but they ain't never going to say it to your face. A lot of people are going to act like they're your friends, and then they're going to be snaking on you in the grass. But I'm from the concrete jungles, bro. We don't got no grass. So we want to make sure that you're doing it. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing.
Appreciate you, brother. Very well said, man. I really do appreciate you, G. Anyone on this stage that is engagement farming, please step down if you have nothing to say, or you will be removed. Guys, for the last several years, I've let people engagement farm my stage. I've co-hosted with people, vouched for people that ended up fucking turning on me and stabbing me in my back. If you look back at the spaces I did prior to November, and you look at my stage then versus now, those are the same people doing sneaky things and DMing people and telling people to stay away from me and all this crazy bullshit. The same people that told you not to deal with people that do that type of stuff are now telling you to do that type of stuff. You tell those people to come up and confront me.
Monkey's 100% a scammer.
Who's really got something to hide and who's really the bad guy in the situation. What's up, Cole?
Yo, I just wanted to clear the air just because I'm here for the right reasons. You know that. Obviously, when I first met you, my account got suspended, all that bullshit. But I just want to say this, I pulled up to this because of Soul Saver. I had, it's at least that's the last time I saw you, and I saw you and Soul Saver, work together, Soul Saver is the reason I'm here, right? Because he literally gave me a platform and a place to talk about what I was trying to do. And I've met Slick Rick, I've met Sasquatch, I've met all these real people that literally come up here and talk. I've met Wayne, all these people are literally good people in this space. And that's why can't we all just get the fuck along and move this in the right direction? You said the other day, you said it yourself. You said it's steering people away because of all the fucking drama. Am I wrong? Why can't we just fucking roll the fuck up and move in the right fucking direction for each other for this whole entire space? Do we all have the same goal? We all have the same fucking goal. If everybody in here just does the right shit, we'll all go in the right direction and we'll bring on new people. Dude, this is so much easier than what it fucking is. Just, dude, it's so complicated, but it's so much easier than what is fucking like going on, dude. It is disgusting to watch the negativity, the bullshit. Like, dude, yes, there are scammers out.
You want a treat? Come on. You want duck? Dejan, do you want duck? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here, Dejan. Dejan.
Easily. We could dominate the fucking space.
It's about greed, brother.
Dejan, do you want duck?
People out there that want to watch the world burn. There's people out there that they want money and don't value that money over everything. You know what I mean? There are people like that in this world. And the only way to navigate it is to try and find the real ones, even though that these guys, you know, there's wolves in sheep clothing all around you. Is trying to find the real ones and stick together with those real ones and create your own environment. That's how I'm even finding, you know, books and subscribers and what's happening here. Like it's we're forming our own environment where we're actually working with real people. We don't need to sit there and worry about these people that just want to see the world burn or will you know, kill their own mother for a few dollars. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to deal with these type of people. So that's why I'm happy, you know what, like staying in this circle and dealing with the people that care. You know, because I'm over being in this space and having to deal with people that play games, that farm, try to steal from you, that use you, extract.
Spaces I'm in Soren. I'm they're making.
Subscribing to me because you're all day long. You especially and they run the other way. I know all these tips, these tricks. I'm trying to teach you with the marketing into this. If you are not subscribed, support $500 a month. What was shared in that space? I got plans to create a.
It's so much more work to be scammy, to be slimy, to be a dirtbag. It's so much more work. I don't get it sometimes why people go through all that trouble. I do get it. I understand it. I understand the logic of it. I'm being facetious. But when you think about it, especially, and it's not just in Web3, there's scammers all over the earth. Been that way for a long time. But it's always so much more work. It's been half that damn time doing something the right way. Maybe a little more often. It's easy to be a slimy person because it doesn't require any morals. You know what I mean by that? Is people rest with a bunch of grimy people, and that's it's easy for them.
I'm not out here to expose scams. I don't care. But when my name is being brought up, I'm gonna have that my name, right? Especially when there's a person that needs to talk about me in order to get some clout or get their room to hum or whatever. You know, dry ass conversation means there's no shit in the books. Get some people in here. Nah, no fucking way. Not letting that shit happen. What's up, Dan?
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for giving me the mic. It's an honor to be with you guys here. The moment the thought in my head creeps said it, some motherfuckers just want to see the world order, bro. They want to call shit just to freaking feel less insecure about themselves. And Books, I just read your post about rumors, man. I'm telling you, dude, just ignore the noise, man, and just love the fact that you have all these haters who are actually your biggest fucking fans, man. Just let it feed you the even fucking just kill them with your success, dog.
I've ignored it personally, dude. Bill, my brother, I've ignored it for so long, and unfortunately, the way the majority of this space works is if you ignore it, you're guilty. I have ignored it for so long, bro. So long, for years, bro. I lost 3 communities, fam. I started from 0 to 1,000 3 fucking times, almost 4 times in this space because of rumors, because of lies, because of misleading. And anyone that you saw ever go against me faded to nothing. Literally faded to nothing. Time always tells. Time has told over the last 5-6 years that Books is fucking right. Books was right all along. I've seen so many people come and go and come back and apologize live on the stage in front of everybody. You know, there's a reason for all that. There definitely is a reason for all that. And, you know, it's the way that this space operates, man. Again, it's a bunch of people that have no experience, no jobs, a little bit of Napoleon complex. They get some followers in spaces, some listeners, some engagement, and they think that they're Kim Kardashian. I'd hate to break it to you, fam. Kim Kardashian is actually famous. You are a nobody that comes on this app and just wants to hear themselves. Listen, I'm a nobody. I'm not famous. Not once will you see me treat myself better than other people around me. Not once will you see me belittle anyone on this platform. And that's why people fuck with me. Because I don't know if you've noticed, there's people that will take a bullet for me in this space. There's people, this guy Stone on stage, literally, I think, would take a bullet for me. He would stand in front of me if someone was pointing a gun at me. Raj is another one. There's people, guys, that really would take a bullet for me. And there's a reason for that. That's not because they've been around for years and I've scammed them or took their money. That's nothing. That's because I've been loyal and good to these people. What's up, Grim?
So I just wanted to say one thing is, you know, what destroys a championship team is ego and jealousy, right? And if people can put the ego and jealousy aside, you'll win championships. And that's what destroys. This is a championship team. This is a championship team you are a part of. If you're a subscriber to Books, you're on a championship team. Put your fucking egos aside. Put your jealousy aside, right? You might not have the same amount of money as somebody else in this space, but it doesn't mean you can't win at the same percentage, right? It's a percentage game. I don't have the millions of dollars that Books has, but I can come up the same percentage, right? So if Books makes 25%, I can make 25%. My 25% isn't going to be the same as his 25%, but I'm not going to let that bother me. I know that I'm not on that level yet. Doesn't mean I can't get there. It doesn't mean that you can't get there. But put your egos aside, put your jealousy aside, because that's what ruins championship teams. You have to move, just like, I forget who said it, but we have to move like a unit. You have to move as a team. Put the egos and the jealousy aside. That's what has ruined every prosperous community in Web3 and crypto for years. They get to a certain level, and then everybody's jealous of this guy. Everybody's jealous of that guy. Everybody has an ego. Oh, well, I did this. Oh, well, I did that. Well, I did more of this. I did more of that. Nobody, like, it's all to benefit the team. It's to benefit the motherfucking team, people. All right? Put the egos, put the jealousy aside. And when you do that, you find inner peace. And when the whole team finds inner peace, now everybody's scoring 30 points a game. Everybody's getting assists. Everybody's getting steals. Everybody's getting blocks. Everybody's getting rebounds. Right? And that's what we have to do. Put the jealousy and the egos aside. Those people that are talking outside of this room, they're jealous. And they have huge chips on their shoulder, ego chips on their shoulder, and they're never going. They're gonna keep hitting the ceiling. It's like an EMA. They're gonna hit that EMA, and they're not gonna. They're gonna bounce down. They're not gonna break through that EMA because they got that jealousy inside their heart. They got that ego on their shoulder. Let it go. Let it fucking go.
Unfortunately,
That's real shit, man.
For people to let it go, bro, they need to They need life to humble them. That's the problem, bro. Jealousy is in their blood. And it's easy to say, like, put your jealousy on the side. Bro, those people need to work on themselves to put this jealousy on the side. You know what I mean?
Guys,
And,
I'm gonna break it down to you. Who came up here and said that if they actually did it the right way and it's a lot easier than doing it the wrong way? Who said that? I think it might have been Sasquatch. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. They worked the right way and did it the right way, they'd be a lot more successful. The shit would work out, be a lot better for them. They don't want to. They don't want to. They'd rather tear others down. Guys, for years, I've watched an influencer or someone that tried to get on Spaces, couldn't get 10 listeners together, couldn't get 10 likes on a post. They post something bad about me, all of a sudden that post get 500 likes. They start talking shit about me on the space, they start getting 500 listeners. And they're lying. They're lying to you. They're telling you, oh, Books' followers are fake. Books' engagement's fake. Books' listeners are fake. And then they go start talking to me on their space, and all of a sudden their space goes from 35 people to 600-700 people. I thought they were fake. And then you go through the crowd. Who's supporting this guy and who's going to listen? It's my own community. It's like, yo, you motherfuckers are here for years listening to me all this time. All this time. Are you waiting for someone to say something bad? 4 years of you listening to me, fam. You're willing to throw that away for 15, 20 minutes of someone telling you what you should think of me? Someone that doesn't show their face in these spaces? Someone that doesn't support or show up? I don't want you around me. If you are someone that's going to be here for 1 year, 6 months, whatever it is, that's going to let a 2-minute conversation about me allow you to judge me or come up with a conclusion on how you feel about me, I don't want you around me. And this space is filled with people like that. It's my own people. It be your own people that support the enemy or show up for the enemy when some shit is going down. All they're trying to do, guys, is break up the community, steal the community by defaming me. That's it. And other people. They do it to other people too. When the fuck are you gonna wake up? It's been happening for years. You've been here for years. But there's a lot of you, yo, like at the end of the day, like I really think we're gonna milk Books for whatever he could give us. Once the giveaways slow down or he doesn't do a giveaway, we're gonna look for something wrong. Guys, Books is not asking you to give him money. Books is not launching projects and telling you to buy. None of that stuff. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. If Soul Saver right now, if one of you DM me and said Soul Saver is a thief, Soul Saver punched me in the face in high school, Soul Saver robbed a bank, Soul Saver was a credit card scammer, Soul Saver, I don't give a fuck, yo, that's my boy. I'm gonna ride with him. I don't give a fuck what you say about Soul Saver. As long as Soul Saver is not a pedophile, as long as Soul Saver doesn't abuse women, as long as Soul Saver doesn't abuse his mother and father, I can give 2 fucks what you gotta say. Why? Because that's my boy. Other people, they let the followers and clout get to them. Oh, they'll get a DM. Oh, Soul Saver. You're doing so much better without Books. Soul Saver is not going to go and check, and this guy with 30 followers' opinion doesn't matter. Instead, Soul Saver is going to get in his head. And maybe I am doing better without Books. And he's going to listen and stab me in my back. This is how this space operates, ladies and gentlemen. I know Soul Saver would never do that. Because Soul Saver's a day one. Soul Saver been around me forever. Soul Saver got treated like shit by people around me. I would bring Soul Saver on stage, I would kick him off. What did that make me think when I was watching that all happen? Then they think something's wrong with Soul Saver. They think Soul Saver's a threat. Something weird is going on here. I stayed fucking with Soul Saver because I want to know what the fuck it is. And what do I see? I see Soul Saver goes out on his own without defaming a soul, without talking bad about anybody, without shitting on nobody. He fucking goes and does something to help the whole entire space. He goes and brings projects up and lets them chill. Do I have feedback for Soul Saver? Yeah. Do I think that he could do better? 100%. 100%. Do I think that Soul Saver can can turn that into a fucking empire? 100%. Do I go and bash Soul Saver and try to steal his people? No, I reach out to Soul Saver. I say, yo, my guy, you're fucking killing it. I love you, dog. Good fucking work. You didn't let nobody stop you. Let's work together, G. Let's come together. Let's take over. And then I get quality on my stage like Sasquatch, like Hawkeye, like Purby, and these people that I just met that are better than people I've known my whole life. Cole Freeman, you, brother, I'm going to be honest. At first, I thought you were coming around because you were going to launch a project and you're trying to look for us to be exit liquidity. I heard you speak a few times. I heard that space this morning. And I was like, man, maybe this guy is a fucking good guy. And he's coming around because he just wants to build in this fucking space and wants to succeed. Everybody in this space, I feel like, does have an ulterior motive. You can't fault me for thinking that way. You can't fault me for thinking that way. I'm going to tell you right now. There's people in the request that want to come up and just sit on stage and recoup the followers. If you are listening to this space, do not follow anyone on any Twitter space stage unless they come off the mic multiple times and bring value when they speak. Do not follow people that engagement farm. Those are the worst people on this platform. All those people want to do is recoup your, put together as many of your followers as possible and then turn on you one day. They secretly despise me and they come up here and farm my stage because they want to be me one day. Instead of them go and work hard and get followers, they take the easy route. And me being a nice guy, I let them sit on this fucking stage, which is my biggest mistake. But you know what? I do it anyway. Why do I do it? Because I love, and those of you that have listened to me for a while, I love these sayings. It is what it is. Number one, you'll hear me say it all the time. Number two, saying that I love to say, time will tell. The truth always comes out. Number three, everybody always exposes themselves. And all three of those favorite sayings of mine coincide with each other. You fuck me over, I say it is what it is. Anytime you see someone that gets fucked over and says it is what it is, know that that is the strongest, most terrifying, scariest type of person there is out there. Time always tells, ladies and gentlemen, always. I may look like a liar, a scumbag, a scammer today. 6 months from now, every one of you will come back to me and say, Books, you were right. Time always tells, ladies and gentlemen. You could lie for so long. Trust me, the rope of lying, stealing, cheating does not last long. Eventually, you light that fuse on the dynamite, it could be 7,000 miles long. And nobody hears or sees the spark. Eventually, it hits the dynamite, the bomb, whatever it is, and it detonates. And it explodes. And a lot of people get hurt. Truth always comes out. And last, when you go and you build a whole fucking squad. Build a whole fucking squad. And your whole squad is eating, everybody's fucking happy. There's always jealousy, fam, in that squad. Always. Okay? Always is jealousy. No matter what, there's always competition. Just how friends are. Matter of fact, your parents instill it in you at a young age. Your report card comes, you get a D. Your mom picks up the phone. She calls your best friend Tommy's mom. Tommy's mom goes through Tommy's report card with your mom. There's no D's. There's no F's. There's no C's. They're all A's on the report card. 1 B plus. Your mom then gets off the phone with Tommy's mom and she goes back to you. And she says, I just talked to Tommy's mom. Tommy's been here every day after school. You've been at Tommy's house every day after school. You guys have been playing video games with each other. I'm taking away your video games. How does Tommy have straight A's and my son has a D? Boom! Your mom smacks the shit out of you. Your mom takes your TV, your PlayStation out of your room. You now secretly begin to resent your best friend Tommy. You start asking yourself how you have a D and Tommy has A's. You start that toxic competitiveness amongst your friend at a young age. It gets instilled in you by your parents. Guys, in the world of success, your parents, if they're not successful, they may want what's best for you. Matter of fact, I think all parents do. I think nobody wants you to be better than them besides your mother, matter of fact. Shit, at times your father could be in secret competition with you. But your mother, a mother's love to her son or daughter is a different ballgame. No one wants you to be better than them besides your mother, next your father. Your siblings can be in competition with you. Toxic competitiveness. I'm a competitive person, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very competitive. Matter of fact, shit, I love that stuff. I come from a sales background. Every world I've been in, sales, negotiation, sales, competing, contests, giveaways. I was doing giveaways in the car business. I was giving giveaways in Verizon. I was doing giveaways selling cocaine and marijuana, ladies and gentlemen, and pills. Oh, you brought me an extra customer. Here's an extra bag for you. Here's an extra. Instead of buying ounces from that guy, I'll give you an ounce and a half. There you go. Undercut the price, get more business, get more money. Giveaways are great. Giveaways real people live. People forget real quick. Then they're pointing fingers. I want to see who's paying attention on this stage. What are the 3 things that I said? Time will tell. It is what it is. What else? Nobody paying attention. Everybody's sleeping. I can't hear you, Rome. Rome got to take a lap. Can't hear him.
I mean,
Anyone else?
giveaways bring brand loyalty.
Livestreaming, folks.
Huh?
Giveaways bring brand loyalty.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Raj. But I just want to like Bored Ape Yacht Club built there.
They don't bring loyalty, my brother. Loyalty, my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nothing in this space brings loyalty but money, until that money's not adding up. Bored Ape Yacht Club. The reason why it grew so fast, so rapidly, and everyone loved them was because the price was going up.
Correct.
The second the price was going down, that whole entire community was dismantled, and everyone showed their true colors.
True.
Doja No Dogs. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Built off of people that want freebies and handouts. That's what it was built off of. And we saw that, right? We saw everyone dumping, shitting on us after getting 2 items that were once worth $6,000 together for free. They went and called people scammers that they shouldn't have called scammers. Okay?
That shit's wild.
Now, I'm gonna give y'all another one. This token Pox that you guys hear about. Guys, a lot of those people you hear complaining got it for free. The majority of them sold, dumped, made a fuck ton of money, and then shitted on us. Why? Because it's about breaking up a community and stealing the community. And that's the facts behind it. And if you were there last night, you would have heard. Then they want to point fingers and laugh when the price goes down, when they're the cause of making the price go down. There was 3 separate communities that destroyed that entire community. 3 of them. One took 25% of the community, another took 25% of the community, another took 25% of the community. And I'm going to tell you, 25% of the community is not as big of a number as y'all think. It's not. Twitter Spaces bots are not real people. You can make Twitter Spaces bots have Doja No Dogs PFPs, Azukis, whatever you want. Other listeners does not mean bots. If you scroll through the space right now, why? Because Twitter only shows the first 1,000. But this community is not as big as you think. Someone getting 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes on their post does not mean they're getting 1,000 or 2,000 likes on their post. It means they got a good website and some good fucking bots. Because right now this space is not fucking popping. If this space was popping, prices would be a lot higher. If this space was popping, Trump would have went over 100 billion market cap. I want you to go right now, someone that's very famous in this space, Frank D. Gods. I want you to go right now, Red Guy. 2 very famous people in this space. Farouk.
Man, he's boring as fuck now, huh? Sorry, guys. I'm hoping to speak. There's a lot of people in here.
It's fucking fake, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, communities y'all think are so big are not. 25%, 3 people each to 25%. Let's just say it's between 150 and 200 people each. Not one of them was successful. Not one. Out of the 25, the 325%, for a total of 75%, 50% has already come back and apologized. Now all 3 of them are splitting the last 25%, brainwashing them, putting them in whatever mindset they want to put them in. It doesn't work. They fade to relatives. They fade to mother.
Sounds good, Ghost. Thank you.
Someone I co-hosted with a few years ago was salty that I worked with Alex and didn't include her. She can't get 30 people into a space today. Time always tells. Now, Rome, what were you saying before, man? What was the last saying that I said was my favorite saying?
Brother, I'm pretty sure it comes to the surface. Everything comes to the surface eventually.
Wasn't it, but you're on the right track.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Something along those lines.
About the jealousy you were talking books, the third thing.
That's exactly right. Like the couple.
It is what it is was the first one. It is what it is the first one. How are y'all not listening? It is what it is was the first one. The second one was time will tell. What was the third one?
People always expose themselves.
People always expose themselves. Everyone always shows their true colors. People will always expose themselves. So I let them farm the stage. I let them show their true colors. I let them educate you. I let them speak. They tell you don't have a daddy, then they behave as your daddy. They tell you go out there, mingle with other communities. You go out there, you mingle with other communities, you get blocked. They tell you buy into this token. I'm the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ of this community. Trust me, bro. You go, you buy into that token, and they fuck your whole life up. Then they lie and tell you, I told you to buy in at 1 million, not at 50. And now you got no money. Now you're backed up in a corner, and they tell you, engage with my post, I'll give you $50 to random people. And the post will say, I just made everyone $1 million. Subscribe to me now. And then I have 1,000 people saying that it's true because they want to win a $50 giveaway because I ran them out of all their money. Everyone always exposes themselves. At first it works, then it won't. At first you might be successful, then it won't. I told a lot of people around me, this is not going to end well about certain things. And when it doesn't end well, everyone asks why you didn't warn me. Why did we do this? I tell you guys all the time, it's not going to end well about certain things. A lot of y'all it goes in one ear and out the other. And then when it doesn't end well, y'all are looking to blame books. Hey, I'm a little ways tail. We shouldn't even, all jokes aside, this community should be celebrated. We shouldn't even be having conversations like this. We are actually fucking winning. We are actually fucking successful. We're making money.
I still got my head up, but
we are making money, fam. We are actually successful. We're actually making money. That's what's crazy to me.
And we're not losing money. And we're not losing money. Not losing money is the same as making money. If you think about it.
It's the way we look at competition as well. Like just going back to what you were saying, Books, about the story with the kids and whatnot. But like competition doesn't need to necessarily.
Hey, sorry guys. I thought I'd get to speak, but it was fucking boring as fuck. What's up, Luke? You got that like $5 for that transaction fee to go through, yeah? That I sent you the other day? I think that was you. Oh, yeah. What's fixed fearless? Sorry, guys. I was trying to talk in that space, but he just wouldn't shut the fuck up, honestly. And it was like, it was books. It was like interesting until it wasn't, frankly. Luke, did you saw the date last night? I was just texting Casey a little bit right now, actually. Yeah, dude. I met with a girl and we live streamed the date. No, another girl. Honestly, it was fucking awesome, dude. It was so cool to see the community interact, and the girl was pretty into it. I would like take a piss or whatever, and she would be, I don't know, like I'd come back and the community would be like, dude, she wants you to kiss her. And it was almost like a bit of a truth or dare, but I don't know. It just kind of gave me a little reassurance, honestly, because it felt more like, you know, like it wasn't like the challenges. It was more kind of like a reality show, which was cool. I think I'm gonna fire up a Spaces just because we've had a lot of stuff happen since our last one. If you guys could all join in there, even if you don't want to talk, I don't know, just hearing those guys fucking jab forever. Like we can do that, you know? I don't know, they brought up some points that I kind of want to talk about, but yeah, it'd be nice to interact with you guys. So I'm gonna fire up a Spaces now. I'm gonna leave the stream going. Just come in there and shoot the shit if you want. And we can kind of talk about some ideas we had, some things we have to do. Life is going to be okay, man. It always is, you know? Frankly, the last couple months leading up to this, I was probably in the worst place I've ever been. And, you know, frankly, I was kind of dealing with a crypto addiction, just spending money I didn't fucking have to spend. And I'm just happy it finally feels like I'm doing something worthwhile in crypto and not, you know, I don't know, not wasting my time and kind of chasing the next shiny object like everyone else. One second. Yo, what's up, Syntaxis? How you doing? Good? I don't know if I've ever heard your voice or not. Let's see if we can get some people in here. I don't know. I was just in someone else's spaces, and I was like, fuck, dude. We can do this shit. Spaces is like, if you click on my Twitter profile, it's like it's basically a chat room, an audio chat room where we can all chat, like we can talk back and forth. I think I want to do like one a day, just to me, it's it's kind of the more formal place, but a lot of the crypto bros hang out in spaces and shit. Just one more thing for us to try to grow this, really. But it's also Saturday. I get people probably have shit going on. I really want to figure out what these challenges are, and like I said, make a schedule. I don't know if Corrupt Kev's here, but he has like the best and worst ideas for these challenges. Like, pour a bag of rice into a bowl and move it over to another bowl using only chopsticks. 'm actually going to post this. Tomorrow I'm going to spend 24 hours at LAX and meet people. And I think just get to know them, but maybe, who knows, maybe someone will be doing something in LA and that will lead to me going somewhere with some people. I think with that, I really want to, challenge myself and maybe step out of my comfort zone and approach people and just kind of see where life takes me, in a sense. "24 hours is a long ass time. To be at the airport without a flight, like it's kind of depressing, to be honest. But it'll be fun." Yeah, she was on Hinge. Tiggle bitties. Someone said something about like her melons, and she's just reading all this stuff in real time, and obviously you guys are savages. I was just texting her. I was like, she's like, "Oh, what'd they say? Like, you feel free to have them send me money." I'm like, "Oh, they asked if we smashed, fucked, poked whiskers." Like basically everyone was like, "Did you guys hook up or what?" Because I went back to her place after. But yeah, dude, she was cool and funny. It was actually so sick of her to allow that. No, we didn't. She didn't want to. I think I don't know. I was a little shocked, to be honest. I mean, I was down, but she wasn't, which is fine. I don't know. She seemed like on the ride back to her place. I don't know, because she was telling us about like some big purple penis that like pulverized her or some shit. Hopefully she's not in here. But I mean, she did say that. That's a fact. Yeah, she wasn't shy. I just think, I don't know. Honestly, I think I was kind of being a drunk idiot a bit too, so I feel bad. I don't know, just like asking her if I could touch her boobs. Yeah, like a dino dick. I think she said it was a BBC. I don't know why she was telling me about it, or if it was like the last person she hooked up with. I did. I actually moved them up and down because I wanted to get a sense of what it feels like to run with very big boobs, because I'm a runner, and dude, they're like, the circumference of those things were huge. They might have been the biggest ones I've had the pleasure of fondling, to be honest with you. They were pretty big. Yeah, it was really cool. It just again, it kind of validated like, you know, today's a little bit of a slower day, but dude, yesterday was such a good day, and I do need to make, you know, kind of make it a priority for me to get out there and interact with people, because that's how we win. And you never know what that could lead to. Yeah, I got trashed too, dude. That's another thing. I like straight up while we're in the nest here, I blacked out. And I was just thinking, like, fuck, I was on the internet blacked out. That's kind of scary. 53-year-old? Hell yeah. I hooked up with a 62-year-old once. Nice. Yeah, I think I was 32 when she was 62. I tend to like older women. Well, and they just like, I don't know, they're not really worried about the bullshit, you know? Some of these girls are little stinkers. That's funny, dude. I gotta talk to Buzz. I don't know if he knows about the date or not. How's everyone else doing on the stream? Everyone good today? I'm gonna run in a bit. It's like, it's just so overcast and depressing out there today. But yeah, I'll get the 3 miles in, don't you worry. But Ghost, I know you've gone above and beyond in every way possible, but I feel like I need your help with the challenges, man. It's one of those things, like, I'm down to do anything, I just can't think of what I should do. There he is. What's up, Snipes? Oh, you're anti-crash out. Tease your hair. I have done that. Yes, tomorrow I'm going to LAX for 24 hours and meeting people. Not putting on a red bandana. Get out of here. No, I'm sure it's like they want them to think that they're gang related. Cloud, what's up, dude? I don't know if I've ever heard your voice. I don't know if I'm going to, but if you want to talk, feel free to talk. To be honest, I just wanted to do a spaces because I don't know. I think we should try to do them like once a day. I think you should just get out there, interact with the public if you can. Even if you're asking questions, people are going to ask who you are. Yeah, I totally agree. Tomorrow the plan is to go to LAX for 24 hours and kind of get to know people and just have some conversations. My only concern is I can't remember if I can get into like the bar restaurant area before, like, I don't think you have to check in for a flight, so it should be good. Streaming until I fall in love. Yeah, Ghost, that's a really good idea. And I will. I just, I don't know. I think, you know, transparently, I get a little self-conscious on like slower days like today, because yesterday was such a banger. But I think I just have to remind myself, like, my entire life is going to be fucking streamed, and nobody's life is go, go, go 24/7, you know? or it shouldn't be anyways. I'll burn out if I do that. But yeah, kind of going back to I don't know. I want this to grow. I want the challenges to get bigger. I want to be able to do stuff on location. And I know I keep saying this, but kind of think of this as like we're a production company and content is the priority. I almost think the coin comes secondary. Like let's get people to buy into the content. I think that's how we win. And that's why these clips for TikTok are of utmost importance. Sorry, just kind of ranting about some housekeeping bullshit. Anyone on any of the live streams, if you have any questions, if you have any input, just holla at your boy. We 100% need clips. Cloud, are you a TikTok fanatic? Crypto's definitely focus. I think the way we win is content, right? Like content's king. I'm not saying the coin isn't a priority, but what I'm saying is I think we win people over with the content. That's what they're ultimately buying into, you know? 318 million from Servant, I just responded to your Discord. Luke, where you said check Discord. Is this in the Discord channel? I'm trying to keep up with this shit, to be honest with you. Clicks and picks. Oh, dude. Ghost, check your DMs. So the quality of the clips needs to be better, I think. But can you get these up on TikTok? Ghost? I just sent you a handful. Luke, are you Let's Do It? Brett low-key spitting game. Does anyone know how many viewers we had last night? People said a lot of people tuned in. Just curious. I never kiss on first date, and I never that you guys got me to do that. I can put links in there. Okay, I'm watching the video now. Luke, are you Russian? This shit's all. Wait, that guy seems psycho. If I'm looking at the right clip. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's my biggest concern. Someone asked if I'm taking the the focus away from crypto. Not at all. Soren, I saw that's your question. Not at all, dude. Like the coin's the focus. I'm just saying the content is what people are going to buy into. And that's kind of the beauty of this is we can take that mainstream approach. And I think what I'm trying to say is some people might just, view the content for pleasure and they don't necessarily have to invest in the coin as well. Which I mean, if you think of it like a brand or a company, it's like, yeah, they can, I don't know, just because someone fucks with a brand doesn't mean that they're necessarily a shareholder. Keep bringing us that great content. Yeah, I agree. 100% Cloud. And that's something I'll have to figure out, like, the frequency of the challenges. I just think coming up with the challenges is not the easiest thing. It was a community member that said walk backwards for 5 miles in the monkey suit. Like, I never would have thought of that. Yeah, I saw mushrooms. Just want to get some context. Yeah, I want to keep. Oh, dude, appreciate that, Luke. Thanks, man. Sorry, let me respond to Mango really quick. Yeah, I basically. Do you work on the side? Got a business? I have a business. Frankly, it's a very small business, and I'm still kind of trying to get it off the ground. But yeah, a little background is I was trading crypto, and honestly, I didn't have the best relationship with it. I'm kind of an extremist by nature, right? And the thing I've realized with Solana is like when it's hot, but there are some days when everything's a scam, and no matter what you buy, you get fucked. And I don't know. I kind of saw live stream projects taking off, right? Like the Mom Folios, the 51D, fucking 50, 80 mil, Woof, Weddings Off, Homeless. And I don't know. I've always been kind of like an outspoken person, and I have been trying to launch some projects, and I've had like kind of quick success with other projects, and I kind of realized that streaming is what I like doing. Like I love this format. It's interesting because I don't know. I just think with content, everyone thinks like you have to get that viral moment. You have to be fucking viral, Um, like like in TikTok, like you have to have a hook, you have to go viral right away, you have to gain their attention right away. And with this longer form content, like, sorry, I'm ranting now, but my fucking friend has like these 2 young girls, they're probably 7 and 9, and they literally watch gamers play games that they don't play, and they do it for hours. And that's kind of what I've like. I love this, like, it is stressful, and I don't know, like days like today, I feel guilty if I'm just kind of at home chilling. But at the same time, it's such a cool way to connect with people, and like people feel like they know me very well, and I feel like I know you guys very well. And I don't know, this is the future. And with crypto, it's always bothered me how everyone kind of feels that they have to hide behind a PFP and a moniker. And I get why some people do it because, there's a lot of money moving around. And Casey said hi, everyone, by the way. There's a lot of money moving around. And the truth is, there are a lot of scenarios where if you do act shady, you can get ahead. I've dealt with that myself, like me launching a project, people that I've known for over a year, fucking, finding out that they're farming my chart or they're dumping 4 soul clips before 20K and killing them. Momentum. Did this shit free? Yo, sorry about that, guys. My computer glitched. But yeah, with doing this, I don't know. I wanted to express myself. I want to build a community. I want people to have something that they can feel safe about investing in. Obviously, the market cap goes up and down, and people that are kind of looking for, I don't know, some people probably bought in at the top, which was like 300K. So they're down a sixth of their investment or whatever. But that's kind of the nature of these things. But I think for me personally, like, I just feel like I can do things differently. I think the space is predominantly very toxic, and I just want to capitalize on putting myself out there and building a community and connecting with people. And there's a lot of depth to this project, honestly. Like, even in the 3 or 4 short days that we've had it, like, the challenges have been kind of like the goodwill, talk to someone, get vulnerable, give them $100, or walk around in a monkey suit backwards. And yeah, and I don't know. The community's amazing. We've built something we're proud of. I think live streaming is at a very interesting time where it has attention. I want to do things differently, though. I want to prove that a live stream project doesn't have to be here today, gone tomorrow. And unfortunately, that's what it's been so far. And it's almost ultimately always ended in a rug pull. I don't know of any streamer that has a coin out. I don't know of anyone fully doxxed that has a coin out. 51D, I don't think he rug pulled. I don't know what's going on with that project anymore, to be honest. But I kind of just wanted to build a personal brand. And, it's like, if people fuck with me and they fuck with the project, we can all do this together. And to me, it's like, it's such a simple concept, right? But nobody's done live streaming right on Solana. I haven't seen it yet. And I think, like, we could kind of set the bar. We could be like the first live stream project that really breaks out in a major way. And maybe we do see more of that. I mean, you do see the celebrities that are doxxed, I suppose, launching tokens, but with the exception of like Iggy Azalea and Tate, those are also here today, gone tomorrow. But yeah, just kind of, I guess for me personally, like, crypto really brings out my ADD and my compulsive extremist behavior. And I would rather lock in on one project and give it my all and kind of show who I am and show that, like, this community can do things differently and we can do things in real life. Like, NFTs had NFT meetups, NFT LA, NFT NYC. I don't know why Solana is so anonymous and, corrupt, frankly. I think with the anonymity comes a lot of the corruption, and those things kind of benefit each other and work hand in hand. So, my name is Brett McGinn. I don't give a fuck if anyone knows my name. So yeah, whoever asks, like, what is the project? It's ultimately showing that if we work together, we can have an impact on society, on Solana, and we can kind of be unapologetically ourselves too, right? Like, I don't know, I chugged a bottle of maple syrup, and sometimes people are like, my Facebook on Discord, cool, sounds good. I never get on Facebook, but I'll do that. My Instagram's in the my Instagram is in the Telegram. Sorry. But yeah, that's ultimately the goal. Just show if you put yourself out there and you do good with other people, you can make shit happen. And that's not to say, it doesn't mean that bad actors won't come and go. That's the nature of this space. But so far, we've built a solid community. Everyone's just like, to me, it's crazy. Like, we basically started a small business together, right? Like, 4 days ago, I didn't know any of you fuckers, and a lot of you didn't know me, with the exception of maybe Buzz and Kai, and Far, like a handful of people. But quickly, like, we're all working together. We're busting our asses. Ghost is 100% the CEO. I think the fucker, it was probably AI, but I woke up to a song that he made about the project. I should probably put that in the main. The website, if you pulled the coin, would you get all the invested money? What do you mean by that? No. Basically, the way it works, like, I hold the percentage I hold and you hold the percentage you hold. The only difference is the early investors have a better position at a lower price, if that makes sense. And yeah, like the distribution's good. It's not bundled. Um, if, if I were to be critical, why do people rug pull? So basically they get the first position, meaning, they're first to the table, and it's like the foundation for the house. So other people put their money in on top of it, and that's just appreciating the earlier investors. So, I mean, if for the sake of conversation, they had like one soul in the dev wallet when they launched, by the time that goes to 5 million, 7 million, I think at its height, 50 was at like 12 million. I mean, there's real money on the line. If they left it though and everyone did, then we all win. Yeah, I mean, it all depends, right? Like some people don't want to see a dev wallet in a project. I would personally say the live stream projects, usually they do, but it's silly, right? Because like, yeah, I locked and burnt the dev wallet, but I obviously invested on a side wallet, like I have money in this project. It would be silly of me not to. And that's where it gets tricky, right? You just have to know as much as you can anyways that you can trust the people and they're not doing like sketchy stuff behind the scenes, like farming the chart. And farming is basically where it's my understanding farming is where they buy and sell, and their transactions kind of counteract one another just to create fake volume. And that gets other people to buy in because they think that the project has a lot more traction than it does. But yeah, there's all kinds of sketchy shit that people can do. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, we're all in this so early. Like if we build it to what we think we can, we're all going to make money. And that's what's been really cool. Like Buzz gave me 3.5% of the supply, which was probably a couple soul worth in the beginning. And I don't know. It's like when you put yourself out there in this way, like someone sent me $100 to go buy someone groceries. It's just so cool that I don't, like I guess in other projects, people might contribute to the marketing or they might pay Dex or whatever. But you can just tell like people are doing shit with good intentions with this project. And I ultimately am too. And that's what, I think with crypto, like me personally, kind of knowing like you can cut corners to get ahead, and me kind of having like an unhealthy relationship with it. I just I want to do shit that makes me feel good about myself, and I want to do that in crypto. And if I'm just constantly investing in other projects and wondering who's fucking me over behind the scenes, it's just it's like a losing battle that I'm never gonna win. A podcast would be dope. I just think they're a ton of work in terms of like editing and all of that, and being prepared for episodes. It's lagging. I think a podcast would be dope. Sorry, I'm texting one of my friends about the project. So I guess one question, oh God and Jesus. I guess one question I have for you guys, I personally love the around the clock streaming. I think that's the angle. Obviously like my phone died last night and that is what it is. What you guys are cool with the around the clock streaming, right? Because I guess I do sometimes get self-conscious. It's like last night I had this banger content and right now I'm kind of on my couch shooting the shit. But for me, I like doing it around the clock. I already made a coin, Dr. MO8. That's what this is for. Here, let me see if I can. Oh, I can't comment on Kick. Can someone send the CA? My thoughts on God and Jesus. Interesting. Truthfully, I believe in the power of the universe and karma, and if anything, Buddhism resonates the most with me. But my mom was really religious, and kind of going back to, it was kind of one of those points of contention. Like from my perspective, thank you for sending that, Luke. From my perspective, we believed in the same shit. We just had kind of like different means to an end, like the power of the universe, like you can call that God. I went to a Catholic school until 6th grade. Yeah, it just doesn't resonate with me personally. And I guess one of my personal issues with religion, and I don't care. Like anyone can believe what they want to believe. I just hate how so many religions, it's like, it's our way is the right way. Like, oh, we're Mormons. Like the Catholics have it wrong. We're Mormons. Or, oh, we're Presbyterians. We have it right. And, whatever the whatever one doesn't. And it just kind of feels like a bunch of dominations trying to prove that they're superior to one another. And to me, Buddhism, yeah, like the soul lives on. I think the one thing with Buddhism that kind of trips me out is, in theory, you shouldn't have attachment to anything, right? Which on paper sounds great, but it's like if someone close to you dies, you should mourn their death. And I don't think that's the lesson in Buddhism. It just kind of trips me out to like the whole impermanence and no attachment to anything. Like I'm a very emotional person, and I think my emotions are kind of a superpower because they allow me to be vulnerable. They allow me to open up to others, and that in turn allows others to open up to me. Exactly. Yeah. Like that's so true that you say that. It's like, okay, so if you have no attachment, you're a fucking sociopath. I always say that. That's funny that you said that. And yeah, guys, look, like market cap is what it is. Sure, part of it's ego, but I love doing this so much, and just like the fact that you guys back me doing this means everything. And the market cap's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, but as long as we have like this solid community. What do you mean talking on X? Oh, I probably forgot to change the name, honestly. But as long as, dude, I fucking appreciate that. And that's the thing too, like Eagle and me are supposed to get like at 500 mil market cap. Me and him want to take an international trip and get each other's names tattooed and film it. Like we could literally, I know this fucking sounds crazy, but we could be like the Mr. Beast of crypto. And frankly, like Mr. Beast isn't that entertaining. He's like what he does is cool, his content's good, but the dude himself is pretty fucking lame. Yo, I'm down. Hell yeah. Yeah, we will win. And again, I can't stress enough how much like market cap doesn't matter, and we're not streaming to this market cap. Like I seriously think it would be awesome You know, like that girl last night, I was like, this could be my life. Like, what if I was in a relationship and the stream was part of that? Who lives an hour from you? Oh, Mr. Beast. Yeah, he's in North Carolina, isn't he? I mean, what he's done is genius, and he kind of has that, like, you know how Elon Musk like took all his money from PayPal and whatever else and invested it all into SpaceX and Tesla. Like Mr. Beast is like that in that, you know, he just makes a shitload of money and just makes the productions that much bigger. But that's another thing. Like right now it's, you know, me and my fucking iPhone, and we're fortunate that community members are like donating $100. But in the future, yeah, I could like go on location, or maybe, you know, I come visit one of you and we like pick up shit around your community. Like it doesn't have to be all about like me and, you know, where I live locally. The bigger the market cap, the bigger the budget, the bigger the community, the bigger the following. Like who knows, at some point we could make real money on fucking views on YouTube or views on X Live. I've heard X actually pays pretty well for viewership. So, you know, and I don't know. I've always been someone that's willing to put myself out there, and my friends always say like, dude, you're the most entertaining person. And the only thing that I see, like, I'm just down for anything. And I think like that's what life's all about, you know? You just put yourself out there. Like even talking to that girl at the grocery store, it was just so refreshing to like have a conversation with someone that would otherwise be a fucking stranger, right? And her and I, you know, I was saying how, I don't know, the younger generation coexists well with the locals that have been here for a while, and she's like, no, that's not the case. Like there is a lot of bitterness. And I think too, like in crypto, there's not enough room for disagreeing. Like people shut you down so quickly. Like that monkey guy. I don't know. At one point, someone called me a liberal, and they like questioned my masculinity and all this shit. And it's just like we can have like we don't all have to agree on everything, and you know it doesn't have to resort to name calling and all that like emotional immature bullshit that you see on all these projects. Dude, like politics, from my perspective, like you have to be corrupt to be a successful politician. I've always said this. Like, if you can make a decision, like war should never be the answer. You know, from my perspective, I'm not saying, you know, I know some people like work in the military and shit, but if you can fucking consciously say let's go to war, like when people are like innocent people are dying in the war in Gaza. It's like no shit. Like fucking innocent. That's the act of war. Like if you think innocent people aren't dying in war, you are living a disillusioned life. And again, I don't mean to push my opinions or views on anyone at all. But yeah, I like, you know, I don't know if you kind of zoom out, right? Like this is a really hippie thing to say, but like 9/11, like how many lives were lost in 9/11? And would it almost be worth sacrificing that many lives to benefit off war? Because like Dick Cheney, his family owned Halliburton and they made a shitload of money off the war. But, and I know it sounds crazy to like, oh, are you saying 9/11 was an inside job? Like I'm not, but I'm just saying if you can kind of consciously say like we're going to sacrifice this many lives to benefit this way on the back end. You know, like politicians have to make those kind of fucking decisions all the time. Yeah, 100%. And you know, while I'm going on my political rant, and then we'll move on. Insurance policy, dude. Yeah. And you know, like big pharma in America, like they get people addicted to prescription pills that basically put a band-aid on a bullet hole and they don't focus on mental health. And, you know, insurance policies are through the roof. And some people have good insurance, then they do things like get cancer. And, like, well, fuck it. Now I guess I'm just going to keep going. Like watching my mom die of cancer. I don't think I've opened up to you guys about this, but she died from liver cancer. And yeah, it was cancer, so we knew it was coming, but it was, they caught it like late. And so she went from death to diagnosis in 3 months. And the thing with, like, dude, just watching her die, you know how, like, she basically, they pumped her up with morphine, and you're just like watching the person die, and they're all drugged up, and it doesn't even feel like the person, and then, like, you peel back the curtain a little more, and, like, not only am I watching my, like, basically like a shell of a human being, a fucking zombie, as my mom, like, this is my last memory of her. Then we have to send her to hospice, and my dad gets like this huge hospital bill every day she's there. And from my perspective, it's like, why the fuck is lethal injection not an option? Like, this person is clearly suffering, and I don't know. I'm sure people have opinions about that, like, oh, you should never consciously have someone killed. But from my perspective, it's like, why would you want to watch someone consciously suffer and get hit with a huge hospital bill at the end of that? But yeah, going through, like, I've always looked at life like that, right? Like, I truly believe, we learn our greatest lessons from our worst experiences. And my dad is, his dad died when he was 13. He's one of 6 kids, 5 boys, 1 girl. And I don't think he ever, like, kind of came to terms with his dad dying. And, it happened at such a young age. Like, how could you? Especially, my dad was born in the 50s. So, like, for him to live in a family with a single mom and all those kids, it's just a different time. Like, I don't know. Divorce wasn't as common. But long story short, my dad never really came to terms with his dad's death, from my perspective. And when my mom died, he started telling me he loved me. Like, he's never really been, like, in touch with his emotions. Like, he's a good guy and he cares about me and he loves me, but he's not good at expressing his emotions. And, it's very unfortunate that it, like, took my mom dying, but now he tells me he loves me. And it's like, that was kind of a good thing that came from my mom passing. And I don't know, there's always, like, lessons to be learned. I'm not saying, like, I am happy my mom's dead. And I'll tell you even more. I've been in a very bad financial situation, and this is very personal, but fuck it, we're family. When my mom was dying, she told me I was going to get a significant amount of money, like half of her 401k. And I felt a lot of guilt because it was like money that would change my life significantly. Basically, make me have a lot of money in the bank compared to negative fucking 20,000 or however much debt I had at the time, which was less than now. But yeah, so I felt like a lot of guilt because I knew my mom was dying, but I also was expecting to get a big payday from it. And I can't even explain, like, how that felt. And I don't, like, I'm very hard on myself, and I felt like I didn't handle my mom's death. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I felt like I didn't grieve properly, and honestly, my dad said some fucked up shit, like, I'm gonna miss her more than you. And the truth is, like, when she died, I don't know, I went for a run. Like, her days were numbered, and the last few were very bad, and it was obvious the time was coming. And the day she died, I went for a run, and I just felt like, why the fuck? Like, I know, sometimes I literally try to, like, run away from my emotions, I guess. And I think that was kind of me, like, closing up in a sense. But I just remember this feeling like I was so disgusted with myself that I was able to run, hours after my mom had died. And you know, it was emotional, and I cried during the run, but I don't know, it's such a strange thing. You know what I mean? Like, just to feel like fuck, I can't even like properly mourn and I felt like I felt kind of emotionally inept. I'm like, dude, anyone else would be destroyed right now, and I kind of feel like I'm trying to make the most of the situation, and it feels very dirty. I don't even know what got me on that, but yeah, there's my political rant. Yeah, dude, I was telling that girl last night, like, I don't have the healthiest relationship with alcohol. I think you guys saw me rather drunk last night. It's so interesting. Like, at the end of the day, alcohol is merely toxic poison. It serves no purpose. And when people say, like, yeah, but it's a social lubricant, it's like, okay, I get that, but really all it does is like mask your insecurities. And at the end of the day, like, I don't want to be a 65-year-old that has to have a drink to have a conversation, you know? I like literally nothing good comes of it, you know? It damages our liver. It literally poisons us momentarily. And then yeah, like I'm a hippie, like all natural shit I like. You know, like I love mushrooms. But yeah, I don't know. Alcohol's a tricky one. In theory, like I guess a lot of things in moderation. Yeah, that's another scary thing, dude. Like, not so much anymore, but I've definitely seen my like dark side come out from alcohol. Yeah, same. I am too, Luke. That's ultimately why I made my mushroom brand. What is Zaza? I don't even know if I know what Zaza is. Wait, is Zaza a fucking market? Is it weed? Oh, shit. What's behind the ice wall? Damn. Southern term for weed. I personally don't like weed that much. I'll smoke it occasionally. It tends to make me overanalyze things. Your ship is docked. You explore this island. You might stay for a week or a month or a year or a decade. Damn. What's beyond the ice wall, bro? I think, you know, I just kind of have some insecurity, and I don't know, I've acted out of jealousy in the past and kind of made an ass of myself. I think if I can pride myself on anything, like, I can be very reactive in the moment, but I kind of always come around and come to my senses, and I will always accept responsibility for my actions, like, no matter how foolish or childish or embarrassing. Like, something happened with my ex and one of my friends, and I kind of made like a public scene about it, and I just, you know, I realized how insecure I was, and same kind of things happened recently. In the last couple months, I've just been dealing with a lot of financial issues, and I just don't feel like I'm in a secure place. So I don't know. I've just like, I don't know, if I'm kind of like too drunk with friends, I might lash out at someone. Were you really insecure? I mean, I've mentioned that, you know, I struggled with anorexia when I was 13, and I ultimately, like, I think it was deep-rooted insecurity that led to that. You know, I was a little overweight, kids would pick on me in school, and then I started to lose weight, and, you know, then I got recognition for it because people like used to always tell me I was overweight. And it's like, oh, you look good. And then I got too skinny, and people would say, you know, oh, you're too skinny. Like, this is a problem. And it was so easy for me to just be like, fuck them. They're jealous. And I think like that deep-rooted insecure jealousy is something I've kind of struggled with my entire life. And I've always felt the need to prove myself. And I don't know, like I'm not a bad person. Like if anything, I just wish I treated myself with the respect that I treat others with, because I am so forgiving and so easygoing with other people. Smoke outdoor homegrown grass, way softer on the mind and body. Hell yeah. But yeah, we all have our struggles. And I also think things in life aren't so black and white. Like I'm insecure at times, but I'm also very confident at other times. Like I don't think it's fair to identify as an insecure person. Like I'm insecure in certain scenarios. Well, I think, I always say this, but there's this Abe Lincoln quote where it's like, I need to look it up because I always fucking butcher it. 1 second. It's so good, though. That fucking Abe Lincoln. Don't criticize them. They are just doing what we would do under similar circumstances. So think about that. The other one I love is most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be, because happiness is all about perspective, right? But they're doing exactly what we would do under similar circumstances. Like everyone looks at life from their own perspective. And if you had the same perspective as them, you would come where they're coming from. So, and anytime someone comes at you with shit, it says more about how they feel about themselves. Like, what are you really going to do within reason? I mean, sometimes people do things, just out of, I don't know, pure evil, maybe. I try to look at life this way. I love that I'm fucking going on this rant right now. At the end of the day, what do we all want in life? I think we want love and affection, right? And I always say all we really have in life are our relationships and our experiences. So if someone lashes out at you, it's almost as if they're lacking love and affection in their life, whether it's from their parents, whether it's internally from a loved one, whatever. So it's like, how could you not feel empathy for them? You know what I mean? Like they're just lacking love and affection somewhere, and it causes them to act a certain way. And of course it's frustrating. I have some friends that are so negative, and it's hard to be in a good mood around them. But it's also like, it's kind of not their fault. Like they're doing what we would do under similar circumstances. And some people have more self-awareness, and some people have more willpower. Some people don't. So, like life's just this fucking dance, man, where if you can check your ego, but also have a good amount of self-respect and self-confidence, and just not take everything so seriously. I think that's something I try to do, is just have a light-hearted approach to almost everything. And I think part of it's like I use humor as a coping mechanism or a defense mechanism. But man, I don't know. I don't want to wake up and just feel like my life has somehow blown past me, Love is the same as hate. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I think this last bout of depression that I was going through, frankly, I don't think I kind of came to terms with my mom's dying. And I think the thing that was really hard for me is it was the only time in my life. I'm someone that constantly wants to better myself, wants to feel like I'm making progress and moving in the right direction. But I just felt completely hopeless. And I don't know, I like almost didn't care about myself to make the necessary improvements. And yeah, I felt addicted to crypto, like 100%. And what's tricky about the crypto shit is the wins almost fuck with you just as much as the losses. Like I've had some pretty big wins, and it kind of keeps that carrot dangling, you know? And I don't know. The casino's always open, and if you're fucking at the table all day, it's just inevitable that you're gonna probably get liquidated time and time again. My goal is to never take life seriously. Yeah, that's how I am too, man. Like, kind of ironic with the deep, heavy shit I'm talking about right now, but I don't know. Life's still great. Like, life could be a hell of a lot worse. Just even whatever. Like, dude, I launched a fucking project, and now I know you guys, and we're talking about, you know, shit that matters. Like, you guys probably haven't had this kind of, maybe you're in therapy, maybe you're not, maybe you're close with, you know, your friends and you talk about this kind of shit. Oh, dude, 6K is, I mean, you know, I don't know your situation, but yeah, that's kind of the beauty of the internet, right? Like that's what I realized. And keep gambling, Paul. You'll win eventually. Yeah. Jesus. Or you won't. But I will say this, Paul. I think you have to know how much you're willing to lose, and it's easy to get lost in the sauce in the process. But anyone I know that is killing it on fucking Solana took some huge fucking L's for months, if not years prior. No, okay. Just hit a 10x. There you go. Keep gambling, Paul. You'll win eventually. That's so funny. Yeah, see, that's awesome. Dude, I've turned $100 into $9,500 in a day before. Like, when it's good, it's good. And that's another thing, like kind of having the realization that I don't have the best relationship with crypto, but knowing that this bull market's probably going to be like one that we've never seen before and not wanting to miss out on that, it's tricky. But I think if anything, I identify as an extremist. And what's funny is like, I'm not a big gambler. Dude, I've done that too. Like been up fucking 30 SOL and lost 25 the very next day. I'm such like I'm like a modern day Robin Hood. Like I'm just asking my friends for their wallet addresses when I'm up, just sending them like 3 SOL, no questions asked. Cause I know they live in, you know, like Malaysia, and I don't know. It just, I truly believe like the more you give, the more you get. And life has kind of always worked out that way for me. It's when I'm super conservative and down to my fucking last dollar and kind of bitter and pissed off that things don't work out. Like, dude, that guy yesterday just sent $130 to buy someone groceries. And I don't know, it makes me feel good that I provided the platform for him to do that, you know? And who knows like what that could look like in the future. And it sounds so simple, but seriously, guys, like we're literally like one of the only projects offering an opportunity like that in Solana meme coins. And that's why this project isn't for everyone. And the truth is, in crypto, yeah, no, it's, you know, I mean, you've got to take care of yourself at the end of the day before you can take care of anyone else. You know, Ghost was saying like, don't gamble, don't bid what you can't afford to lose. I unfortunately surpassed that a long time ago. And I think have you ever done something and not like, I wasn't even enjoying it, dude. I was just down so deep, and I knew crypto was the only way that I could potentially get out in a somewhat fast fashion. And I was just in a dark place. But I don't know, with launching projects, you know, like you do enough of this shit and you see what everyone else is fucking doing wrong. And I think the biggest thing is nobody's transparent about anything. So it's like nothing I'm doing is groundbreaking from my perspective. I just have the personality that I'm willing to put out there, and I don't give a fuck if people know who I am, you know? Dude, I back in the day, I got some in real life friends into crypto, and they all put all their money into Voyager because I was like, these returns are so good. Fuck Coinbase. And then Voyager went under, and like all of my friends held me, you know, like they kind of, I don't know. I felt very guilty. Yeah, I don't try to get anyone into crypto anymore. I'm 196 in total, 320. What did you were basically buying meme coins? That's another thing I think of too, dude. Like with Solana pumping, if I would have just put all that money in Sol, I mean, easier said than done. And I think, you know, moderation's the key and diversifying's the key. Was the Jupiter airdrop good? Can I still get that, by the way? Because I have to connect some old wallets to do that. You still can claim the Jupiter airdrop, right? It wasn't like a one-day thing. I need to get that fucking shirt made. So Jupiter, basically if you had any, I think it's just any Phantom wallet, or maybe you had to use Jupiter. Jazz Hands probably knows better than I. It's any Phantom wallet, right? Oh, 3 months, perfect. I'm gonna look up my wallets and do that right now then. 800, 800 doesn't sound bad. Did you feel like you were gonna get more? I mean, I don't really know how much you were trading and shit. Seems like that was a good one, right? I'm gonna pee really quick. Jupiter is basically an exchange where you trade your... Oh shit, sorry. I did. WStream. Jupiter is basically an exchange where you swap your Solana for meme coins. Jupiter is the exchange embedded in Phantom, right? One thing, if you guys don't know about it, that's a game changer, is Sol Incinerator. Basically, you can like burn old tokens that you don't even realize you hold there, and you can make significant money if you trade a lot. Since the airdrop, has the value of Jupiter gone up or down? I'm curious if it's like Pudgy Penguins, like day one it was worth a shitload, then essentially nothing. Oh, cool. Thank you. So the reason I used to have like all these wallets, and then one day there was a username attached to them, and it was something like steal your Solana 666, and I never fucking made that username, so I was scared that they were somehow compromised. Hell yeah, that's awesome. What kind of competition? Like weightlifting? Come here, Chubby. I think shit's fucking freezing. Bodybuilding. Oh shit. It does have to be high volume. Yeah, I know we need to make some content. I feel you, homie. So tomorrow I'm going to go to LAX for 24 hours. Today I'm going to run 3 miles. I'm going to run 3 miles every day. But that's so faded. That's what I need help with. I need help with these challenges. 100%. I want to do them every day. That's what's going to keep this exciting. I just need help coming up with them. And I've gotten a couple good suggestions, but if you can go to the challenges page. What up? Camping and traveling. Fitness challenge is good. People walking on the streets, taking music requests and just sing. Sounds boring, but it builds the connection. That's a good idea. Kind of like street karaoke. That guy. Wait, hear about MLK? What do you mean? Like shot by John Wilkes Booth? Oh, wait, the assassination? These are really good suggestions over here. That Jing, these are great. Wait. Wait, John Wilkes Booth was fucking Abraham Lincoln. I'm an idiot. Is there a question as to whether or not James Earl Ray did it? I don't even remember. Fair enough. It's embarrassing that I didn't know that. Okay, awesome. Thank you. One thing, Soul Faded, are you here right now? You're so faded too, sorry. It seems like people really like seeing me interact with other people, and I guess I guess like, you know, the monkey suit thing was kind of out and about. You guys think every day I should be out and about doing something? Yeah, I'm putting it together right now. Screen. Because I think, you know, what do you mean Twitch started just like this? I just think it's kind of inevitable, you know, like there's going to be some downtime. Like if I'm clock, what is it right now? What's the category? Entertainment? right here. And a pip screen. Stop, Chubby Bear. Actually, let me get rid of all this shit. Oh, Chubbs. Because I'm going to walk my dogs really quick. Fucker's whining. Oh, really? Was the content extremely engaging, or I'll be back to see this in a bit. Yo, time to get shit done. All right, I'm going to make a Twitch account. I wonder if that stream was interesting, the Twitch one. I just made a raid if you guys can go hit it. Shit. I wonder if his stream was more interesting than ours. Maybe it was like fucking horrible at the beginning and he fine-tuned it over time. Day 5 of BrettStream, doing challenges every day. So far, I've walked 5 miles backward in a monkey suit. I have chugged an entire bottle of maple syrup. I've given $100 to someone random at a grocery store, and I've live streamed a date. Today, I'm running through. I'm here. Sorry, it twitched. Or it bugged. I'm making a Twitch account. I just posted a TikTok. We need to raid that. Hey, buddy. What's up? Day 5 of BrettStream, doing challenges every day. So far. Yeah, I do remember that. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to go to LAX at midnight tonight. I'm making a Twitch account too. I've walked 5. Day 5 of BrettStream, doing challenges every. You have a little ghost? Yeah, we can listen to music. Sorry. Yo, ghost. Would you mind putting together a content calendar? Actually, I can do it. Never mind.
Woke up this morning, scrolling through my feed, saw my buddy Brett planting crypto seeds. He said, "Hey y'all, I made a coin, burned and locked it. It's time to join." Every morning we gather around, watching him sip syrup, laughter's the sound.
Watching him sip syrup. Sip syrup. That sounds great.
It's more than just a scheme. Remember that night, the first big launch. We cheered so loud, man, we didn't staunch. The charts went crazy, we were on a high. Brett just laughed, said, "Watch us fly." Now we're streaming, having a blast. Syrup shot, so what a contrast. Our community's tight, like a family. With Brett at the helm, we're sailing free. Oh, Brett's gonna make us rich. If we believe, we'll find a pitch. Together in this wild ride, with this coin, we're on the bright side. Brett's $1 billion dream. It's more than just a scheme. Raise your glass, let's toast to the stars, to the dreams that we chase, no matter how far. With every laugh and every stream, we're building a future, living the dream. Oh, Brett's gonna make us rich. If we believe, we'll find a pitch. Together in this wild ride, with this coin, we're on the bright side. Brett's $1 billion dream. It's more than just a scheme. Here's to us, the community strong. With Brett by our side, we can't go wrong in this crazy world. Let's sing it loud. Brett's $1 billion dream. We're all so proud. Oh, we're all so proud.
Fucking love it, dude. Yeah, I just posted on TikTok. I want everything. I want all the challenges. So one for the monkey suit, one for the syrup, which I already put up, one for the lady, the $100. I need to post that on Twitter. Can you post that on Twitter too, Ghost? For some reason, I wasn't able to download the video that Joe sent of me talking to the lady in the store. And then a clip from the date would be great. Does that mean we can't post anything we have? Or do we have to go back into the stream and just download it differently? Okay, do that now and I'll get that email. Yeah, that makes sense. I adore you. Left a small town, never looked back. Wondering why we bother with love if it never lasts. As we're lying on the We officially have a Twitch. We officially have a Twitch, boys. No email yet. Mango. Yet. Let me try to pull it up here.